Good morning, all. Good morning, Nishi ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning, and
Okay.
thank you for hosting us. We are happy to be
Good
with
No,
morning,
you.
sir.
no problem. Thank you. Thank you for allowing us this opportunity to let your student discover this beautiful city of Lyon. If you see this city of Lyon is actually in the central east of France, which means that it is very near to Switzerland. So, about 130 years back, something was invented here, which made Hollywood and Bollywood possible. This city is known for that. This is a city of cinema and art and culture. This city is actually also known for its two rivers which converge here, which is Rhone and Saône. That is the importance of this city. Apart from this, the city is actually has the largest natural park of Europe, wherein you can even see giraffe roaming around here and there. And now I'm going to take you to this shop called Carrefour. This is a very big chain, just like you have big bazaars and Reliance and all those things. But this is dedicated to the alimentation. Many of these things are pastas, like different kind of pastas, and so you have all these things which the kids love here. Have pizza. There's another pizza section. Now I'm going to take you toward the fruits. Now France does not produce all the fruits. Many of these fruits, they come from all over the world, from the European Union also, from Argentina, from China, from Peru, and all across the world. For example, like you have this gingembre. Gingembre is your ginger. Now, ginger, France does not produce ginger. The ginger comes from which country? Can you tell me the name of the country?
China.
China. Yes. Just we have this fruit passion, the passion fruit. Like this is the passion fruit, and this passion fruit, it comes from which country?
Vietnam.
Vietnam. Yes, Vietnam. For
Vietnam.
example, you have mango. This is not the mango season, but then the region of South America, it's hotter nowadays. And this mango is actually coming from this country, this
Peru.
South African country called Peru. Yes, Peru. Citron jaune, which means the big, big lemon.
Big
And
lemon.
it comes from which country?
Spain.
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 Spain is called España. As you can see, it comes from España. This is poivron, and poivron comes from which country? Again, from España. Spain produces a lot of vegetables. The milk comes in these bottles with the red cap and the blue cap. Now, what is the difference? The red cap will have lait entier, and the blue cap will be demi creme. The other section is this section of sweets. Now you have the French people; they love their sweet. I don't know how they eat so much of sweet, and they are so much fit guys, because they eat everything in the right quantity. From the tar, you have pomme poivre, and you have different kinds of sweets made of fruits. And this is chocolat. Like you have chocolat mousse and chocolat caramel. Now I'm going to take you to the most interesting section, which is cheese section. When you learn a language, when you learn French, then you are taught about the different varieties of cheese. Now these cheese, they come from different parts of France, and they come from different region, and that's how they are named. So France is known for its cheese, and one of the cheese which you must have learned in your chapters is this one. Yeah,
They have
You're saying
1,000 types of cheese.
they have 1,000. You are exactly right. And see, like for example, this cheese called Camembert. Now Camembert comes from a region called Camembert, and you have Roquefort, you have Comté, you have different kinds of, as you said rightly, there are 1,000 varieties of cheese. And these cheese, they are very popular because the French people use it in all the food that they make. See, this is hamster food. This is rabbit or hamster's food, So you have different kinds of food for animals also. So when you come here as exchange student, I take you to this one of these shops, and the chocolate here is less expensive than what they find in India, because it's produced here. Like for example, you have seen this Nestle chocolate chocolates, and you have an entire section which is for kids. Like you see these bonbon is the sweets. You have marshmallows. You see marshmallows here. So marshmallows, you have different toffees and candies. So this whole section is actually dedicated to the kids. And the French people, they don't make their chapati or roti at home. They will actually buy this bread from here, a shop like this, or a shop like boulangerie. I will take you to one of the boulangerie later. Now this is called a baguette. A baguette is a bread, a long bread. You have big bread, you have small breads, and they buy it from here. They cook a vegetable at home and they eat it with this. Papeterie, the French kids, all the French kids, they have these books.
Comics.
Comics, very good. So you have comics, and you will be surprised that even a 65-year-old or 70-year-old read here comics, because the comics of that age is available here. You see the mairie here, the mairie's office. This is the office, and this is a cultural center. So mairie has a very important kind of a function in the French life, because it controls two things. It actually provides two things. Just like in India, we have these state governments like Vidhan Sabha, like that we have right now elections going on in India for the state government. Here there is no state government. Here the mairie is the elected representative. So for example, Lyon is a big city. It has 8 mairies, and 8 mairies will have 8 buildings like these and cultural centers like these. Now this cultural center is a theater. You have a theater, you have a swimming pool, you have a conference hall, you have different cultural activities being done here, and you see a kid just rolling on skates. A mairie is very important in the French life, because that takes care of two things I told you. What are those two things? Those two things are, your health and your education. Because this is a government building, and you will find in all 27 European Union countries. So you have first flag, which is of European Union. The middle flag is of the nation here, like France, French flag. And the third flag is of the mairie, of the mayor's office here. So this is the monument of Mariam. And this shows the existence of European Union. When was this formed? See, when was this built? 1943 to 45. In one hand, she has a gun, a rifle. In another hand, her hand is tied up with a chain. And you see all those people who died in World War II here, their names. Now this is there in every mairie. In front of every mairie, you have some monument like this. Now why this monument? Because it reminds Europe the futility of war, that war and hate and all those things are not good for humanity. They are not good. That's why after the World War II, when this happened, all the European 27 countries which were fighting with each other, they came together and they formed European Union. Then you have this bus stop. I told you about transport system. This bus stop carries ecran like this, or electronic board like this. It tells the time. It acts also as announcement for the government to give it to the citizens. So this is the bus stop that you have. Buses come here on time. Here in France, or many of the European countries, cycling is at the heart of it, because it saves the environment, and the people, they love their bicycles. And these bicycles, like you see velo written here. You see velo.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is a
Yes,
velo
sir.
station.
Yes, sir.
These are cycles. So many cycles are taken. This is a cycle stand with 20 cycles here. These are free for me. I just have to put my card here, like the government has given me a transport card. Once in a year they issue it. I just put and scan my card here, and the bike gets released. I go to my office or whatever, which is say 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer away. There will be another station there. I park my cycle there, and then I go and to my office, and in the evening I can come the same way and park it here.
Sir, the cycles, what are the timings? Like we can get the cycles
Anywhere
anytime we want.
in the night, day, 24 hours. All these cycles you can get at any time of the day.
So, what is the scope of higher education in France?
Very good question. So France, when you come here, you can come here for your graduation. You can come here for masters. Although more people come here for masters, because masters is available in English here also. If you learn a language, then it is good for you to survive here, because it is the living cost is costly. It's like 4 times of India. So what happens is that when you come here and you want to have a part, you will get an admission. That's not a problem. And we will one of our organization helps students like for higher education. But then, and when you come here as exchange student, we take you to a university also to show you, how the infrastructure and everything and what are the courses are available. The other thing is that here the language, if you know the language, then you will be able to get a part-time job also as a student.
So, what is the process of exchange program in France?
That we will send it to your school. So it's a school, like a school decides they want to go with say 10, 15, 20 students, and then the teacher also goes with them, and then we actually conduct this. So maybe end of this year or 2022, you can plan when this horrible COVID goes away.
Je m'appelle Pavni.
Okay, Pavni.
Et vous indien en français?
Ah, c'est une bonne question. Ok, je suis indien et ma famille, je suis marié avec une femme indienne, mais j'habite en France.
Which is the best app for learning French, because the pandemic is going on? So, how can we learn French?
Oh, that's also a very good question. So you have many apps available. For example, Duolingo is one. And one of the things that we do is that we actually certify, we train and we certify students, and you get a direct certification from France, and you can learn French at your home from the native speakers and from our teachers.
Thank you so much. This was extremely enlightening, and honestly speaking, it was a very unusual tour. We got a slice of life in France, which is so much more enriching than just being a spectator of the sites that are tourist sites in the city.
Sure. That was the objective.
Yes, it was an in-depth tour into life in a city in France, and I think you had taken it right down to the level of the children that were your audience today, and for that I compliment you. It is
thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
And it connects very well with our theme for our children this month, which is nature and the bounties of nature, and
wow.
So I think it connected very well with that. So I am sure all my children enjoyed this, and we will be getting back in touch with all our students to take this forward, while I will speak to Shilpa, and I will find out about what next steps we will be taking. Certainly language is something which we would like to promote, so we would definitely be taking up that. So
thank
for
you,
all
ma'am.
the
Thank you so much.
And for all your help. Okay, Mr. Mehra, thank you so much for this wonderful tour that you gave us.
Thank you so much. Au revoir. Ciao.